Hey guys, so my app, as some of you already know, is for personal trainers. And the goal of the application is to allow trainers to easily track clients and to be able to monitor client success and their schedules. It's not client facing at all, it's all for the personal trainer. So just to kind of give a brief overview, throughout the process, so obviously you can see I looked at various ways that different platforms can be set up, so you can see that research here, and that actually helped a lot because it was kind of a blurry line between the iPad and the iPhone for me. It even helped because I was able to, in one of my usability, well, okay, I'll get there. Either way, so these are all kind of the current applications that were out there and useful for various careers and could be customized for whatever you were doing. This one was more set towards personal trainers. Either way, you kind of get the gist. There's a lot of stuff that kind of went in there. So then I started brainstorming some ideas, trying to keep the UI still familiar to something that, you know, iPhone users already experience, iPad users already experience. That way then there wasn't a lot of confusion. So trying to keep some of the pages consistent was a key in my design, hence the layout of the calendar, for instance. And then, so then you've got more of these sketches. So then as the usability studies went on, it started off a little cluttered. So then I took some of that out, and then there were some inconsistencies with the navigation and those sort of things. So then those were taken out. And so then I got here, and then there was a lot of contrast, and then this on the services page, which you can kind of see here, you can see the packages and whatnot, and those were overwhelming because on an iPhone you don't want a ton of options like that. But I couldn't quite figure out how to fix it. So on Usability Study 5, I'll get there in a few seconds, that one I actually went and saw someone who creates applications for mobile devices. And these overlay pages that you see here, these are actually overlay pages. And that reason, so also you'll see those inside the design. I will scroll through. Yeah, I started fixing a lot here. You can see these two pages. This is just painful. And so this is the one where I had a professional look at it, and they basically sat there and went, no, change everything. So that was very, very helpful in the final design process. So what you can see here is this is an overlay page of the order confirmation. Now, any of the overlay pages in this book don't have this sub-navigation down here. Instead, they just have the overlay page, and that is because users with the phone typically don't want to have to constantly be going back and forth between pages. They don't always want to have to click this. So they have the option of selecting this, or selecting outside of it to make that overlay page go away and cancel the order in that case. So it's kind of that sort of concept, and I put that with iPhone designs as well as, if I scroll down, iPad designs. So this assessment page right here would actually be an overlay page. Same with the, where is it? Same with the progress. Either way, so you kind of get a gist of how that would work. And actually, just to kind of give a brief right here, I got a lot of information back on this week's post, which I'm so grateful for, thanks guys, on how to improve the overall UI here. So basically what's happening is this is a sub-navigation. In one of my earlier designs, I had it so that then this navigation down here actually changed in the profile page, and the mobile expert basically sat there and said, no, that's awful, don't do that. So that usability study, just to kind of pinpoint something specifically that helped a lot, was actually this profile page and fixing this one and making it more usable. And you'll also notice in the iPhone right here, this purchasing of services, because it's the trainer who's going to be actually using this application, once they've done this a few times, they're going to know exactly which symbols mean what. And realistically, they've probably set up these symbols because they could have other things that would be something you would consider to do into the application. Either way, and then this select the package would then correlate to the number of sessions, or if it's a free starter session or whatever it is. Either way. So this is just kind of an overall of where my designs ended up and how they got to where they are and how you might start to kind of use this. So for instance, to get to the progress page, you would use this icon because it relates to that client. Things that specifically relate to that client are found here. Oh, and this would be how you would actually purchase a session. So you can kind of just see the brief overview and consistency and just the formatting of how we kind of set this up. Either way, I appreciate all of your feedback, and this is my project.